Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Untapped Podcast. My name is Jacob Gable.
And my name is Jacob Wirtz. Guys, welcome to YouTube exclusive number 14. If this is your first time joining us for an exclusive, basically what we do here is we do a shortened version of our full-length podcast. Now, sometimes we cover a topic that we've already covered on a full-length podcast episode, just give a few additional thoughts. Sometimes we preface a future episode, and then sometimes it is very much just an exclusive topic for these videos, which is kind of what we have tonight, because we haven't covered anything like this because we just turned the clock into September.
Correct.
We are recording this on September 2nd. You guys will be hearing this next week from now, but our points will still remain.
Yep.
So basically what we're going to talk about is how to approach the next 4 months of the year. So it sounds like a long time, and it's still a good chunk of time. Don't get us wrong, it's, give or take about 120 days, but 4 months goes a lot quicker than what most people think. I mean,
blows by.
Summer's gone.
Blows by.
Summer's gone.
Well, especially for you parents too. That's another aspect as well.
Sure.
Like that's going to speed things up for me, but also other parents too.
Absolutely. So. And it just kind of feels like the fall and the winter, some sports things are picking back up for families. And it just, the holidays are obviously coming up, very quickly. Again, Halloween kind of feels like the kickoff to the holidays in a way. That's a couple months away. Not even, So anyway, how to approach the next 4 months before 2026. That's what we want to cover with you guys in this video. And basically, first and foremost, we want to talk about training intensity.
Yep. And guys, you shouldn't be surprised by this one being our first one, considering we are two trainers, and that's bread and butter for us. So it's one of those things where training intensity, what we mean by that in the next 4 months, obviously throughout the year, you want a high training intensity to a certain degree, depending on your phase and your programming.
Yeah.
When it comes to what we're talking about for these next 4 months, all of us know, like Wirtz was mentioning, our time is going to be limited. So because of that, if you have a week where you can get into the gym 5 days, you need to hammer all 5 of those days. Not to mention, obviously, walking, running, rucking, like you mentioned earlier, cycling, whatever it is outside of that too. But if you have 5 days to access, do it. But also, if you're seeing family a lot in a week, and you only have 1 to 2 days, 1 to 3 days, whatever it is, hammer those 1 to 3 days and stick with that and put as much effort as you can into those days. This is that time where with our clients, we actually have their phases lead into much more high intense phases, depending on goals, of course. Some of them are training for different events, of course, but ones that are not they're just training for general fitness. This is that time where intensity ramps because we're trying to get the most out of each workout we possibly can is the idea out of this. And that training intensity can be measured by many things. Most people think of RPE, rate of perceived exertion. 10 out of 10's like, damn, I can't do anything more. 1 out of 10's like, you're not even working out, essentially. And that should be a pretty obvious middle ground that we want you like 7 to 8 range, 7 to 9 range is what we're talking in the workout here. So
and on that note too, guys, this is whether you have 30 minutes to get to the gym, 60 minutes to get to the gym, maybe you have 90 minutes to be at the gym, and that's wonderful. Just like if you have a week where you have the opportunity to get there 5 days in that week, that's a great week. That's a great week. Is that reality though for most people? Probably not. It may be, but probably not. I mean, you and I aren't necessarily like that.
No, of course not. Yeah. We're what, 3 or 4 days a week right now?
At most,
At most, yeah.
And even myself, like I have weeks where it might be 1 or 2 times at the gym. That doesn't mean I'm only working out or getting activity in 1 or 2 days a week. Believe me, that is not happening. I utilize my time for rucks and walks and runs, like you mentioned, very wisely. And for me also, that took a little bit of time adjusting my mental to that because I used to be the guy that was in the gym 6 days every single week religiously, like 6 days. No excuses, like I was there. 75 hard or not, it doesn't matter, I was there. So now that has very much changed, I've had to kind of switch my mental thinking on that very differently because it used to bother me a lot. And there's still 100%. Times where it does. It's like, damn, I've only gotten there once this week. I may only get one. Heck, last week I was just texting you. It's like, dude, like I'm frustrated. Like it's probably gonna be a 1 workout week. Now, I was able to get 2 runs in last week. One of those being a fast and a PR run for that matter, which was cool. I think I had 2 different rucks in as well. So plenty of activity is still being had. And my point is whether it's 1 day a week, whether it's 5 or something in between, use your time wisely and be intense. And that includes outside of the gym. Be intense. Doesn't mean just go for a light, 15-minute walk and be, I got my workout in. I'm not hating on that. But if you have 15 minutes, you could still make that an intense walk. You could even get a mile in. You could run a mile for 15 minutes. Like, that would be more intense.
100%. Well, and my ending note on that, going on that same topic, is Wirtz is also talking about, guys, when it comes to his runs and rucks, and same thing for me, and he walks with my wife, and then also runs or rucks as well. That's stuff you can do right out your front door. You can jump out your front door.
Yes.
You don't have to go to the gym. So that's why it's a little bit easier to still have that in the routine as intensity. So even those of you that have family time coming up and all that stuff, runs, rucks, body weight workouts, whether you have a garage gym maybe or something like that, that's the type of stuff that we need to be emphasizing a lot, is because you can just step out that front door and you're going for the workout.
100%.
That's huge when it comes to training intensity, which leads into our second point here a little bit, which is time utilization.
Right.
And with the time you have, actually getting done what needs to get done. So for example, if you're somebody that is an employee, both of us are still employees while also being entrepreneurs as well, hammer the stuff you need to hammer at work, and or if you need to get something else extra done outside, do that outside too, while also, if you're an entrepreneur like we are, also utilizing the time, even if you have 30 minutes real quick to get a post up for content or something like that, or send an email out or get a call in or whatever it is, that's also very important. Reach out to somebody on Instagram, whatever it is, use that time that you have around the family time. Let's say that's a whole Saturday is booked for you, and you're like, man, I feel like I'm missing out on a lot of stuff. It's like, okay, what about the hour between family gatherings? What about the morning before the family gatherings? What about, whatever other 15, 30-minute time section you have is what we're kind of discussing here a little bit.
Yeah,
so.
Absolutely. I mean, a personal example here, when I'm making our vlogs, so not necessarily these videos or the podcast episodes that he does, but when I'm making our vlogs, that is usually a minimum 4-hour process, but is typically more on like the 5 to 6 hour range. So it's basically a whole day project.
It's a chunk.
And while I love that, I still make it a point on those types of days. Number one, to take little breaks here and there, which probably doesn't happen as often as what it should, because when I get in the zone, I get in the zone.
You get a flow state, you get a flow state.
Exactly. And I think all of you listening and watching can probably, appreciate that as well and get that in your own ways. So I get it, but I try to make a point of taking a break even for a few minutes, just to stand up, walk around for a second, maybe grab something to eat. But my actual point is I already plan for when I'm done with the project, immediately I'm going in to get some activity done. And that might be a walk, that might be taking the dog for a walk or whatever. It might be a 1.5 mile walk, it's okay. That's still steps, it's still activity, it's still getting outside, getting the sunlight, all those types of things. It's still using the time that I have wisely. Instead of, oh man, I got this whole project, it's gonna take 5 hours to make this, like the whole day is gone, so I'm gonna make the video and then do nothing. It's like, well, that's pretty pointless, When you were super productive for 5 hours, and then you're just gonna say the day is over after that, it's like, that's a waste of time.
It's not true either,
Exactly.
100%. Well, and guys, keep in mind here, we're not talking to you as we're not a set of entrepreneurs that have 200 employees.
Right.
Is that in the future for us? 100%. There's no doubt about it. But it's one of those things where Wirtz and I are the only 2 employees of our business right now. As much as we joke about our producer, Money Mitch, being an employee, he is not technically an employee of us, for that matter. But so keep that in mind. We're also relating to you guys that maybe are in your building phase during entrepreneurship right now, and then maybe also are in that entrepreneurship phase where you're just trying to grind for a company and grow in a company, and then launch your way that way as well. Because we want to give our full effort for the companies we work for as well. We're not trying to slack off on that just because we're entrepreneurs as well. So we're also relating to that as well. Like, time utilization is a little bit different when, in the case of Wirtz and I, we're the only 2 people working on our business. Our time is, if we're not working on the business, nobody is. Is essentially what it is. If we're not posting content, nobody's doing it for us.
100%.
If Wirtz isn't making the vlogs, nobody's making the vlogs for us, because I sure as hell can't, for that matter.
Well, and we don't use AI either.
Right, exactly.
It's us. Like, it's literally us.
Yes.
And that's your point.
Well, and that's, it's as simple as, like, a lot of the times people are like, well, just automate with AI. We also want to connect with you guys human to human. Because I'm not trying to send out a tweet that was just processed in ChatGPT and then hand it out to you guys and call it like my original thought. Because it's not my original thought. Like, all of my tweets are me, as crazy as some of them get. Not the point here. But
someone that is fluent in Gable speak, they are 100% his tweets.
Yes, yeah, 100% accurate. But any of the ones we send out on the Untapped account, it's the same thing.
Yeah.
Like I'm not going to go on there. Wirtz is not going to go on there and send out a tweet that sounds like some kind of regurgitated robot garbage.
Right.
It's just not going to happen.
Or when you guys reach out to us, you're not getting an automated response.
Exactly.
It's us. Mm-hmm. It is us.
Yep. We don't have a DM process set up to where some kind of AI system link sends you guys, whatever it is. Doesn't matter. Now again, like, will we probably utilize that in some way to help us continue learning in the process of being trainers? Yes. Like AI can be great for learning if you use it properly, but it's not just an against AI thing, but it's also, we appreciate the human interaction aspect. Mm-hmm. It's the same thing with any of our friends that you guys have seen on the podcast and whatnot. All of them, when we reach out to them that we've had in the podcast, it's in-person response.
Absolutely.
It was just Matt Adams' birthday recently.
Yeah.
Shout out him, But every time we message him, it's a in-person response on text or in DMs. Doesn't matter, either one of those. And that's what we also want to give to you guys, so that time utilization can be a little bit tougher. Because the AI is not working on the business for us on the side of things.
Right.
Could we probably have Mitch rig something like that? Yeah, we probably could.
Probably.
But we want that human aspect that comes along with us two involved in this, which means more time utilization.
Exactly.
So, yeah.
Exactly. Guys, workout frequency and intensity, time utilization. That is how to approach the next 4 months leading up to 2026. It's how to approach the holiday seasons coming upon us, because as we all know, it's an incredibly busy time of the year. It's chaotic, it's very unstructured at times, it can feel overwhelming, and it can be very, very, very easy to get off track. We are trying to give you a couple tips here, a couple points to help set you up ahead at the turn of the year instead of trying to play catch up at the turn of the year. We're trying to get you a step ahead. So use these things, reach out for more advice on this type of topic. We will be more than happy wow, I'm getting bit up by bugs, so I can't speak or think, I apologize. We'd be more than happy to help you guys out. If you are looking for programming, definitely reach out to either one of us on Instagram or reach out to @untapped.llp on Instagram. And we will get a plan written up for you. We will discuss your goals, and we will get you kicking ass going into the new year. Again, 4 months will go very, very fast. Guys, until next time, peace and love.
Reach out, guys. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
We had 14 on the dot on the whole record.